Alright, all you Christmas video gamers out there, welcome to yet another weapon collecting, base wrecking edition of the DJ Smokey's True Christmas Video Game Stories. And with a title like that for this year's Christmas video game story, we decided to go with the game none other than Ghost Recon Breakpoint. So without further ado, and while I dust off my old reading glasses, I think it's time to see what sort of crazy shenanigans we can get into as we try to help out a friend get a weapon of ultimate excellence as we get ready to paint the Christmas picture. 'Twas 3 weeks before Christmas, the closest story we had, at least for this festive day, so don't any of you out there get mad. Because the original story we were going to tell involved clowns getting in superhero prison fights. But since I've decided at the last minute to change it to helping out a friend with a goal that was out of his sights. The friend who needed my help was none other than Juju, who came to me sounding pretty sad. His goal for a giant oversized sniper rifle, the best and one of the biggest this game's ever had. And to get the gun will require a lot of firepower with some precision and of course some pain. And to make it to a mission that was called Speak No Evil and no Maestro, not the movie starring Kane. Along the way, we had to save hostages from bad guys, which meant we had to be quiet. But since I had an AA-12 shotgun, gas grenades, and even a grenade launcher, every siege turned into a riot. A laugh riot if you ask me, and trust me folks, you had to be there to see it. But to get back on track with this story, folks, alarms were raised and soldiers would come after me looking really manic. And the reason why I didn't die in any of these bases was because of Juju and his sniping skills, taking out soldiers on the roof, making them panic. From place to place, this plan would work well, no matter if it was night or day. To the point where I would get so bold for chips, I would go into one base quoting the warriors screaming, "Come out to play!" But when we got to the mission Speak No Evil, despite Juju's delight, the game would take off their kid gloves and would send the wolves out for a fight. And if you don't know who the wolves are, or if you never encountered them yet in this game, they were the best of the best, the elite soldiers, with weapon damage that was just insane. For a prime example of this, I walked behind one of the soldiers and threw a smoke bomb covering the place with mist. Then, with one shot of one of the wolves with my shotgun taking his helmet off, he would just turn around looking at me real pissed. And when the dust finally settled, the wolves took me out, and Juju said, "Hey, I got your back." But unfortunately, Juju wouldn't be able to handle the elite wolf snipers who had another plan and killed them in under 10 seconds, even though he had a health pack. So we went back to the closest camp to lick our wounds and devise some form of plan to kill these wolves without dying or getting hit, because the health items along with all the weapons I bought cost me well over $9 grand. Not to mention, folks, we were running real low on money, and that's not a funny situation when fighting wolves. But back to the story like we said before. Because despite all of that, I'm proud to report that after sneaking up on the side of the mountain covered in mud, me and Juju was able to take out the base after 3 attempts, including their leader, Rosebud, who would suffer a horrible fate like a tectonic plate shifting off the ground because I would take her out with my AA-12 shotgun without the other guards noticing a sound. And after the triumphant battle against those dangerous wolves, Juju would say, "Hey man, thanks for all your help." And the second I saw the stats for this gun, I could see the reason Juju won it, folks, because it definitely didn't lie. It was the best of the best, or what I like to call top shelf. And testing the gun and having a little fun, Juju would ask me, "Is there any gun I'm after?" Willing to give it to me on a silver platter, I was gonna say a cool shotgun, but since we've been playing for well over 12 hours, I said, it doesn't matter. Because I realized at that point, at the time on the clock said 2 a.m., and I knew Juju was done for the day. And I also realized that the gun that I wanted would require a higher level plus a fight on an island that I'll have to train for the next time I play. So there you have it, folks. Another Christmas tale in the books, and one with a lot of cool and high stakes. And the story about I helped a friend in need get a cool weapon that he would always call Point Break. And with that said, folks, wraps it up for another Yuletide hauling, weapon collecting, bass wrecking edition of the DJ Smokey's True Christmas Video Game Stories. And with that said, we'll be back with more right after this. So stay tuned.